All right, good morning. So this is our second lesson about polynomials. So in the last lesson, we talked about what a polynomial is, but for this lesson, we're going to look at how to add them together. So I'm going to share my screen here with you guys. So when you're adding polynomials, your first step is to remove the brackets. And then our second step is to collect like terms. So like terms are the ones with the same variable and the same exponent. And then to simplify. So we're going to look at example 1, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So first of all, when I typed it, this was wrong. This has to go up here. Word kind of messed it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to type out the ones that don't have exponents in them because it's a lot easier. So our first step is to take out the brackets. So you're literally just going to rewrite the full equation without brackets. So just like that, which is the exact same thing. And then what you're going to do, so similar to what we had earlier, you're going to put your like terms together. So I'm going to start by highlighting them for you. That way you know which one's which. So these two, 7x or 4x and 7x are going to be put together, and then the 3 and the 2 will. Okay, so if we put our like terms together, so those are together, we do 4x plus 7x, which gives us 11x. And then we do 3 plus 2, which will give us 5, so plus 5. And that's our answer. Okay, so if we look at B, again, our first step is to take out all the brackets. So plus 4p minus 7. Okay, you're going to put your like terms together. And you're going to do, you want to simplify, so add the coefficients. So 2p plus 4p is 6p. Minus 2 minus 7 is negative 9. Okay. So the same thing goes for C here. B, and I'll add the 2 after. Okay, so the squared I'm adding. We're going to go back to typing. So we're going to put our minus 2.4v plus 2 minus 3. I'm going to put my squares back on here. Okay, and then you're going to add them together. So 0.5v squared minus 2.5v squared gives you negative 1.9v squared, and then minus v. I forgot to add my v all along here. So there are v's after these guys. Okay, and then our squared. All right, so I'm going to clear this. We're going to keep going to example number 2. So find the simplest expression for the perimeter of each shape. So we'll start by doing that. So I'm going to draw it, I guess. So when we're doing the perimeter, we're going to do this side plus this side plus this side plus that side. So we're going to do 5x squared minus 2 plus 5x squared minus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Okay, so we've got our like terms that we have 5x squared plus 5x squared, which will give us 10x squared. Okay, and then we've got negative 2 minus 2, which gives us negative 4, plus 2, which gives us negative 2, plus 2, which gives us 0. Same thing here, so you add all the sides. Okay, so we've got our like terms that are here. So if there's no number in front, that means that it's just a 1. So this means that there's 1x plus 1x plus 1x. So if you add them all together, it'll give you 3x. And then minus 3 plus 2 will give us minus 1. Now they want us to find the perimeter if x is 12. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our simplified version, so the 10x squared, and we're going to replace the x by 12. So they're telling us that our x is equal to 12. Okay, and like we saw yesterday with BEDMAS, you have to do your exponent first. So 12 squared will be 144. And then you do 144 times 10, which is 1,440 centimeters. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing here. So we're going to take our equation where there's an x, we're going to replace it by 12. So again, BEDMAS says that we look at brackets. There aren't really brackets. This is just there because it's being multiplied. Exponents, we don't have any exponents. And then we look at division or multiplication. So we do our multiplication first. So 3 times 12 gives us 36. And then we can do our addition or subtraction. So this comes to 35 centimeters. Okay, and that's it. So it's relatively easy, I find. Hopefully you guys agree. So I'm going to clear this and I'm just going to go over your work just real quick. So for adding polynomials, this should be up here. So you should have plus 3x minus 4. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to look at subtracting polynomials. So this is a little bit different than adding the polynomials because when you remove the bracket, everything changes to the opposite. And then you're going to collect your terms and simplify. Okay. So for example, if we look here, I'm going to type these guys. So it's asking you for the opposite polynomial. So that just means the opposite sign. So this would be -7. This would be just 2x. This would be -4x minus 1. This would be -5x plus 2. -x squared plus 3x minus 7. So you're just doing the opposite operation. So if it's negative, it turns into a positive. If it's positive, it turns into a negative. Okay. So if we look at our first example, so I'm going to rewrite this here. I think something just happened with Word the other day. Wow. Okay. I'm going to clear this. I'm going to read. Okay, so you're gonna do the exact same thing as you did when you were adding. You're gonna take the brackets out, but when you go to take the brackets out from the second one, so right here, that's when everything's gonna switch over signs. So your first bracket is gonna stay the same thing, but then all of your signs inside the second bracket are gonna be different. So you're gonna do minus 7x plus 4, okay? So this is positive as we speak, so it becomes negative, and this becomes positive because it's negative originally. And then from there, you can just collect your terms and simplify. So we have 3x minus 7x plus 5 plus 4. So 3x minus 7x gives us negative 4x. And then plus 5 plus 4 gives us plus 9. Okay. So for the next one, the first bracket stays the same. Then everything in the second bracket here changes signs. So this is a negative, negative, negative. So they're all going to become positive. So plus x squared plus 2x plus 5. Okay. So then you're going to put your terms together. So your like terms. So we have x squared plus x squared. We have minus 2x plus 2x plus 1 plus 5. Okay, so then we simplify them, we put them together. So we have x squared plus x squared, so that means we have 2x squared minus 2x plus 2x, which will be 0, and then plus 1 plus 5, which is plus 6. And that's our simplified version. So it's relatively easy. You just have to remember to switch the signs over from the second one. It's not much different than what we were doing before. So we're going to take it out of the brackets. Again, these are both positive. So you're going to have negative 3w squared minus 2w plus 1. So you're going to do the opposite. Okay, and then we can put them together. So w squared minus 3w squared minus 2w, there's nothing that goes with that one, and then our numbers at the end. So this becomes negative 2w squared minus 2w plus 4. Hopefully that makes sense to you. There are the practice questions, and then there's a quiz tomorrow on it. So if you have any questions, just keep in mind that there's the homework help at 2 o'clock on the Teams meet. So I wish you luck. I'm clearing this and stopping the video.